Since I came in Lithuania, I was always amazed by this fairy tale mood there is in this country. There is really something like the classic fairy tale, like Grimm, Perrault, Andersen tale. I always say to Kristina that it would be great, in fact, to try to shoot a fairy tale in Lithuania.
The idea about Vesper, it came after many years of developing different projects. Our will was to make an English language movie, but somehow got lost in development hell, and one day we said, okay, it's enough. Let's think of a movie that we will shoot in Lithuania, and let's do a project.
Like science fiction like a genre, but more particularly about all the biotechnology, all the technology and the science will evolve in this field. So we are trying to imagine how we could combine both. So how we could work a fairy tale and to bring this the genetic inside.
Science fiction genre is very good platform to transmit different ideas, different metaphors. You can come with a very serious questions, with the very serious observations, but wrap it in different surroundings and to make it more attractive.
There is a lot of prophecy about the collapse of our civilization, so we are trying to imagine, in fact, what could be the world after this collapse. And in the same time, we are sure that the biotechnology will become very important, and we think it's the next technological and scientific revolution will be the revolution of the biotechnology. So we are trying to combine both, or in fact combine this idea of the collapse of the civilization and in the same time the rise of the biotechnology. We start from this idea and we start to imagine what world could be behind that.
We develop a script, and at the same time we develop the visual universe, because as we are writers and directors at the same time, so whatever we put on paper we need to imagine, and we already imagine. So then it is just a question of development and okay, and can we really do it?
One of the big inspirations for the world, for the universe, it's the work of René Laloux, a French animator, worked with Roland Topor for The Wild Planet, with Moebius for Master of Time. I mean, for the universe there is this inspiration. It's really late 70s. After, for the melancholy, movies like Silent Running or movie like Soylent Green. What we didn't want to do is to have an impression in the design of something alien, something from another planet. We use a lot of inspiration from existing plant, insect, underwater, anemona. Was trying to find some feature or fish, or we could combine them, or to give something also credible. So we are trying also to imagining a little bit the way how they reproduce between themselves, what is the biotope of each plant. Yeah, there was some plant for the swamp, some plant for the forest. We wanted really to have these feelings, and it's grounded.
It was a long way of development. I mean, it came bits by bits with a lot of updates, and after, when we prepared already the visual Bible, we shared with all the team, with production designers, with the visual effects supervisors, so everybody had a very grounded vision, and it was the question how to achieve that, what it is on concept art.
As we wanted since the beginning make a fairy tale, I think it was pretty natural and pretty obvious, and we wanted a young character.
When we created Vesper, it was very important for us to make a character who refuses to be a victim. Whatever happens, she stands up and she goes on to reach for her goal.
We didn't want it to have a genre character, so it's a girl, but could look like a boy. For us it was important because Vesper represents humanity, and we didn't want it to close this character in a genre.
Also for us it was very important to create a character who is resilient, who is very harsh, rough, but at the same time creative, curious, and because she's self-educated and also fragile. Vesper is having this contrast inside her. Vesper is a leading role, and the casting is it's either you succeed, either you fail, because all the movie goes on the actress. From the beginning we were searching quite a lot. We couldn't afford to go to totally unknown girl, you know, from the street, and because we didn't have time and it was COVID, so we couldn't work for 1 year or something to prepare, you know, the kid. So we were searching already for the kid or teen who had some experience.
We were in COVID time, so we didn't have the possibility to go in London to meet and to make casting in live, so they were sending us video. We wanted to keep more young teen, in fact. The body language is really different when you are 16 and when you are 13. When you are 13, you are a little bit clumsy. You don't know to control or to master your body, and it gives something really more interesting on the picture.
And if you start to search in this way, then there is not such a big choice, because it's not only about acting, but it's also about endurance. You need to be prepared, you need a bit to test what it is to be on set, I mean how much energy it takes and etc. So that's why we wanted to work already with a kid who had some experience.
Jonas gave me.
For what? What did you have to do to get them?
Nothing. I just took them.
When we saw Raffi, I mean, was really struck by her charisma, by her face. There was this mix of braveness and hypersensibility. And yes, she had something special in the face, something we'll call very graphic. You can draw and you can recognize. She had features very specific. When we saw her, was straight the picture of Vesper running in the forest.
It was very funny because first we were having rehearsals via Zoom, and we were seeing her, you know, half body, but always, you know, through camera, through computer. After when she arrived, I saw her first time. Small girl, very thin, in the costume. I was like, oh my God, you are a kid. What we will do now?
We have a lot of imagination here, because this one is a very big plant with tentacles that goes here. Here it is a more little plant, but it's already going into the round. And after at home you will take one from here. And yes, so first you come, you look the situation, you then you reveal who she is, you see who she is, yeah. You check if she's alive, then you come, detach the thing.
And after what happened on set, in fact, Raffi is a very fast learner. And she was observing other actors and observing the ways they work and etc. And she was taking everything inside her so much, and every day showing transformation. And transforming more and more and more and more, adapting into Vesper character and into seeing how other actors work. What we get at the beginning and how she finished at the end, it was such a good leap for her. And I say that we got a child, and she grew up through the process of the shooting. She just grew up.
Action!
even in the movie, like when we have a scene on the tower, so we shot it, we try to shoot chronologically, and you see that when she's on the tower, her face is changed, she even lost weight, she is tired, and you see all this life, what happened on set, you see in her eyes.
It's hot. Why such a hurry?
We imagine a little bit in the backstory. We imagine that Darius at some point was going to work for the citadel and then get hurt, and instead to give him a pension or something, they just give him this old drone with a whole scouting drone for army.
I think they're gone. I don't hear anything.
There was always this reference of this very cute robot from the Black Hole, Disney. Or, I mean, there was all this tradition of this robot psychic.
But it was also metaphoric reason, because I mean, he is her father, and he cannot do much. He cannot change the world, you know, he cannot help her. What he can do, he can transmit her some knowledge. And he tries that really, really hard. So kind of to make the like father paralyzed, it made sense. Because he cannot do much. It's anyway, it's for Vesper to do and to continue the life.
When we create the world of Vesper, and when we create a movie, we always think in terms of to create something really iconic each time. We're speaking about the plant, but the drone, we're working the design, the shape, the silhouette, for it could be like, let's say, like a logo. So we have really this approach when we work for the costume of Vesper, for a silhouette, for the drone. We want something that you recognize and you memorize very, very fast.
To create a drone, a real drone, practical drone, it was a big challenge. And we didn't know, at the beginning we didn't know if it works or not. So I mean, we had a team who was starting to do different tests, everything, how to make the ball fly. After, for us, it was very important to still keep the design of a ball. So because there is some physics that the top needs to be open, the bottom needs to be open for the air. We were thinking we didn't want just like half ball to fly, you know, like so we were trying to solve how to have the top still to keep the round shape and still to make it fly. So it was a lot of testings, a lot of tryings, and we were working parallelly with a team who was producing the drone, and also at the same time we were finishing and polishing the look of the drone. And it was a lot of bet, because nobody could, from our team, nobody could like confirm 100% that it will work. And at the end we did. Of course it was...
And we cried.
But it wasn't very easy, because on the set, I mean, the drone was making a lot of noise. It was so loud that we were thinking, okay, so now it's another challenge. Actors, how they will act, how they will manage, so what we do, and etc. After that, the thing was that the drone was giving a lot of wind. Wherever it flies, everything was like, if there is something on the table, everything goes from.
We needed to glue everything, paper on the table, we needed to attach the curtain, to agrave the curtain for not fly with the wind.
was in charge? Who was in charge?
Me. But they didn't attach the pot.
The job was your responsibility. Now put the poor creature out of its misery.
Jug is it's a creatures, humanoid creatures created genetically. I mean, they are really from flesh and blood. So they are created genetically. They are like workforce created by the citadel. So they create with human feature. They could do human tasks, but they created with very, very minimal intelligence, like the brain of a small mammal, you know, like a cat or a dog. Or it's a very simple brain. Like it's a security like this. They can riot, they can rebel, they can, and they have this very, very basic intelligence. But you can update them with knowledge. That's why they have this organ in the back. This organ is like, let's say, a slot. You put inside and you can update it with some knowledge. I mean, this is for the basic jug.
It's not human. It won't feel a thing.
Jonas have one. Jonas is, you know, for a statue, it's very good to have a jug, you know, like, let's say, the farmer in old time, it was good to have a horses, you know, to have, you know, it was like a statue.
I'm a jug, yeah.
And Camellia, she's a jug also, but yeah, she's another kind of jug. She's an intelligent jug. So Elias, a creator, was the head of department of synthetic biology in the citadel. I mean, secretly and illegally, because it's illegal to create an intelligent jug, he created for his own need and his own pleasure. He created this jug, Camellia.
Where's the man who was with me? You were alone. I need to find him.
When Camellia arrives into the world of Vesper, into this outskirt world, it's a big shock because she haven't seen anything else. She was like in this golden cage, all dependent on Elias, and now she's on her own. But as a jug, her goal is to reconnect with her master, and Elias is her master, so she needs to find him, she needs to make sure that he's safe and make sure that she will reconnect. So for her it is one goal only, and of course she uses Vesper for that. But I mean, through the time, she starts to see what is this girl, what is this relationship, and she starts to see that it is different relationship from what she knew, from what she had with Elias. And she sees the real love between Vesper and her father, she sees real devotion, she sees real suffering, real caring, and for her it's new. And for Vesper, she is a ticket to the citadel, of course. And I mean, Vesper is also like seeing her just like one-sided. And she's ready to do whatever it takes to make her dream come true, to go to the citadel. And when Camellia says that there is a possibility to help her father, so it's like a double goal. They are dependent on each other and they have very selfish goals from each other.
We wanted to shoot in natural location. I mean, it was very important for us. We didn't want it to go in a green screen kind of shooting. We wanted really to create this immersion. We want to create this immersion for the audience, and we think that to create this immersion for the audience, we need to create the immersion first for the team, for the actors. They need to feel totally invested, immersed in this world.
Valentine, can you turn it a bit? Yeah, better. Then we'll put mud and moss after, yeah.
To shoot in the forest, it is very challenging. And to make outstanding forest, it's even more challenging. So it was good that we had this time, and this time of preparation, this time of research, this time of visiting. Just it was like in summer you have one forest, in winter you have another forest, autumn is like another forest. So, and that spring forest we just had before the shooting, the right one.
2 weeks before the shooting, it was already still one meter of snow, and it was continuing to snow, so we was on the verge of the catastrophe. And finally it started to melt. And during the shooting, it was continuing sometime to snow. It was coming the morning on the set, and it was all white. And it was a race against the spring. In spring in Lithuania, it could, in 3 days, everything could become green, but like flashy green. And then it would be a catastrophe in terms of continuity. So it was really this race between, okay, the snow and the spring. Now, if we go to Vesper 2, for example, yes, we'd like to go to the full adventure and to go back to this kind of journey movie, adventure when she will meet character, something picaresque, full of surprise and strange genetic creatures.
Yeah, it would be so much fun to do that, to explore the world, and we are open for that, and we are ready for that.